Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's an honor to represent USAID's Peru mission and our South America regional mission, which covers the Amazon basin. It's my pleasure to join this celebration of USAID's policy on promoting the rights of Indigenous people. USAID supports the Indigenous people of the Amazon for two core reasons. First, in defense of fundamental human rights, and second, because they are the best partners in the world in our mission to fight climate change and conserve biodiversity. Our work with these communities is not new. Following the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro in 1992, USAID has helped Indigenous organizations across the Amazon basin to build their governance and leadership, defend their territorial rights, and improve their livelihoods.
También agradecer mucho a este proyecto, juntamente con el equipo de USAID, que fue muy importante, ¿no? Hemos aprendido cómo podemos nosotros prevenir los delitos forestales que se vienen causando en nuestras comunidades.
Our commitment to partnering and cooperating with these guardians of the forest is guided by USAID's Indigenous Peoples policy. The importance of the policy is that it puts Indigenous people at the heart of USAID's Amazon vision of a healthy and resilient Amazon that is valued by society, promotes human well-being, and safeguards our global climate. This is also a policy that promotes and supports training Indigenous women, men, and youth to improve their business and leadership skills, use of modern technologies, and understanding of legal systems so that they can best represent themselves and defend their territories. Now we want to expand on the core reasons I stated previous for USAID's support for Indigenous peoples of the Amazon.
Hoje a mulher indígena ela tem papel fundamental dentro da organização indígena do Si, onde elas atuam nas suas bases. Hoje existem também as coordenações regionais das mulheres. Isso também já é uma conquista, né, das mulheres, ganhando espaço, ganhando a voz. E isso é fundamental hoje dentro da nossa organização.
Indigenous peoples are at the center of USAID's climate strategy. To decrease greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, we must maintain and increase forests, keeping the carbon on the ground and not in the atmosphere. Without our Amazon Indigenous partners, we will never be able to do this. For example, USAID is helping the Shipibo-Conibo community in eastern Peru to work with the private and public sectors to conserve 120,000 hectares of community forests. USAID is strengthening Indigenous communities' territorial control and oversight of their ancestral lands, and recently established 16 community committees in the Peruvian Amazon, providing patrol boats and communications equipment. Indigenous peoples can only be partners in the fight against climate change if they live securely with fundamental human rights. Indigenous peoples across the Amazon are threatened by illegal drug traffickers, illegal logging, and land grabbing, with increasing threats and violence. In response, in Peru and Brazil, we are offering Indigenous communities access to satellite imagery, drones, GPS, and smartphones to delineate their territories, monitor against deforestation, and report criminals to prosecutors. Other programs are helping Indigenous peoples to understand the legal mechanisms to present their cases in court.
Finally, to support Indigenous livelihoods, our programs work with communities to develop economic opportunities in forest products such as Brazil nuts, fruit, handcrafts, community-based ecotourism, sustainable fisheries, and sustainable timber. At USAID, we are proud of this work, and our partnerships with Indigenous peoples are as important as anything we do in the world. As we move forward with our work in the Amazon region, we will continue to strengthen engagement with Indigenous peoples, integrate Indigenous peoples' concerns across all of our work, and empower Indigenous organizations to exercise their rights. Thank you to all of our partners in Washington, Bogota, Brasilia, Lima, and Quito as we continue to work together, and most of all, thank you to our partners in La Selva.